With a lot of people, that's the way they were brought up, believing that they should feel. And you know, in that lifestyle, most of the men didn't want to let outsiders in. So in the Mafia, it wasn't, you know, per se, oh, we don't want a black guy around us. We don't, it's called this thing of ours. It's an Italian thing. There were really no outsiders, whether you were Jewish, black, Hispanic. It was, you know, Cosa Nostra. It was Italian, and where it started was Italy, and basically it was the Italians feeling that they were going to protect and control their own people. So, I mean, not to get too far off the topic, but yes, I do feel that there is, you know, racism, and I still feel it today. I mean, even in my community now, coming back, people still talk about, you know, my decision to have a biracial child, and honestly, I'm the type of person that don't care. I feel like everybody bleeds one color, and that's red. So, personally, in my household, even though, like, I had asked this question to my father, if you didn't cooperate and I would have brought home Dave, what would you have done? And he said, I would have been able to accept you, but publicly I wouldn't have been able to, because it would have shown a sign of weakness. So I would have had to disown you. And him being in the position that he is, he couldn't show weakness. So, you know, I guess that we're all glad that it happened after he cooperated. That's the one thing I can say. I'm glad he cooperated, because it made my love life much easier. But no, honestly, I think that he never brought me up believing to judge people. And I've learned that lesson the hard way, because so many people judge me because of who my father is or what he did. And you know, I just don't think it's fair for anyone to judge anyone on color, religion, you know, whatever it may be, what their parents did. I just feel people should be judged on who they are, and you know, treated accordingly.
I mean, do you see these types of attitudes changing, you know, over time, or is it still that same kind of hard line, like, you know, we don't like anyone outside of our own race?
You know, I think that it is changing a little bit, but I mean, I have to honestly say, even me going back to Staten Island, I've heard, you know, through my ex-boyfriends and people that, you know, or even on Mob Wives, that I'm a nigga lover, why am I on the show? I mean, you know, I even hate to say the word, but if that's what people want to call me, then that's what I am. I don't love any particular race or color. I don't go after just one type of man. I just go after people that I feel are going to benefit me in my life, and someone that, you know, I'm happy with and I love.
Yeah, I feel you. You had some sort of incident recently when you had a party and the club didn't want rappers attending the party?
Yes, which was a very, it was actually crazy that that can actually happen in 2013. But what happened is we had a premiere party for Mob Wives, and we had the venue at Frames Bowling Alley. The night before, my PR received an email saying that they didn't want any rappers at the event, nor did they want anyone from the cast of Love and Hip Hop. At that point, it was really too late to pull out of the event, but I was like, all right, let's just go with it. So we had, you know, we went and we showed up, and I am dating a Hispanic man. His friends are rappers. I'm actually partners in a record company, so I have a rapper on our label. So I, you know, just ignored it. But when people arrived, the people at the door were telling them they need to pull their pants up, pants were sagging. And listen, I get dress code. The lady never told us about dress code prior to going there, or I would have made it very clear to all my guests that they had to dress a certain way. But she pulled the dress code rank when everyone got there, which, you know, she wasn't pulling it on everyone, she was just pulling it on particular people that look like rappers or could be associated with the hip hop industry. So we got into a little bit of, you know, going back and forth and going back and forth. And honestly, at that point, I was ready to just like cancel the whole party and walk out. But there were other people there. There was news media. So, you know, we tried to be professional and carry on. And actually, one of the reporters from Vibe magazine, or she works with a lot of urban, cultured, online magazines, had told me that she RSVP'd to the event, and the lady that was there told her, you're more than welcome to come, we have no problem hosting you, although do not mention the name of our facility in any of your urban outlets and magazines. To me, that's racist. So at that point, when she had told me that, you know, it was just like, that was it, I had had it. And you know, we put them on blast, I guess you want to say. I just think that it's extremely sad in 2013 that people can still feel that way, and I think it's horrible that an entire venue or, you know, bowling alley can say we don't cater to the hip hop community and we don't want to be in their magazines or, you know, their online, you know, avenues or whatever it was. So it was disappointing.
Every penis that she's been linked to, so what? I shot her club up. That's ejaculating in a chick, for people that don't know. I shot her club up and I got her pregnant.
50 wants to feed his niggas. Huh. Yeah, and if he can't feed you, then you're still a threat to some degree. And Game was talking, real greasy about fucking him up and all types of crazy shit. That type of shit, on a street level, you can't forgive that.